be seated. As we do each week, we lift in prayer 5 households of our church family. Today we pray for John and Leanna Hubble and their daughters Dana and Allison, Erica and Chris Kaufman and their children Sal, Marco, Helena, and Christian, April Croninger and her son Neil, Sue LeGros, and Anne Lord and her daughter Ava. Would you please pray with me? God, the universe sings of your glory, and we add our voices in praise and gratitude. We are in awe of your creation, which in its grandeur and intricacies are more than any of us could have dreamed up. Deepen our gratitude, God, for all you have made. We enjoy so much of your creation, the air and water you have provided, the food that we did not produce, our bodies and the amazing things we can do, our minds and the power to imagine freely, the company we have with one another. If we are honest, we know that most of the time we move through life without the presence of mind to notice and give thanks for the fact that we are a small and yet precious part of your grand creation, and that your Spirit works in and through us in the renewal of your world. In our awe, we recognize the limits of our understanding. We do not even know for what you would have us to pray. So we pray less for the outcomes that in our short-sightedness we desire, and more for a faithfulness that abides with you each step of the way. Wherever you might lead, help us, God, to be so faithful that we will follow your Son into new and uncomfortable spaces where there are perspectives that stretch our own and challenges that have no ready-made solutions. Help us, God, to be so faithful that we might lend our strength and advocacy to those who suffer injustice, and be a gentle yet tenacious presence to those who are without hope. Help us, God, to be so faithful that no matter how hard the situation, we never despair. We ask for you to grant such faithfulness to the Ukrainian people. May it enable them not to despair. We pray for refugees who have had to flee their homes in search of security and survival, especially when their future is unclear. May they encounter hospitality and kindness from strangers. We mourn the death and destruction of wildlife as the fires rage in Canada, and we pray for your safekeeping of firefighters risking their lives. God, may your people everywhere be mindful of you. May we be led by your Spirit and trust in your Son, who taught us always to